And I also
Yeah.
think that opportunities are becoming very subjective. You know, how people say that you should grab every opportunity, you should not miss out on
Hmm.
opportunities. But I think that you need to be confident whether you are able to take that opportunity or not, or what will happen, what's the worst that can happen. You'll end up embarrassing yourself. So I say that it's not, you know, necessary to take every opportunity. You need to evaluate opportunity. You need to think that whether your skill sets
Hmm.
are up to the mark, and then you need to take that opportunity. So taking or
Yeah.
grabbing every opportunity, I don't feel that it's very necessary.
Hmm.
So
Not
something,
every opportunity, for
yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So something that I wanted to discuss with you, and it's like that there are many people who are somewhat like they'll spend the entire day doing nothing, and at the evenings of their
Hmm.
day, they'll normalize it by saying that this is self-love actually. Okay, so supposedly if I have
Hmm.
done nothing in the entire day,
Hmm.
and I'm normalizing it under the facade of self-love. Okay, so
Hmm.
I want you to, you know, reflect on that, how self-love actually evolved, and what are the true nature of self-love that one needs to experience.
So that's a very interesting point.
Hmm.
Now, it comes down to being mindful.
Hmm.
Self love is a word which is being used around in social media and
Hmm.
media also
Hmm.
in a very non mindful way, like in a very mindless way,
Hmm.
right? They're just, people are just saying, oh, you know what, get self love, like believe in self love
Yeah.
and empower yourself and things like that.
Yeah.
But self love does not mean doing nothing all day, or just watching Netflix all day in the
Mhm.
name of self
Yeah.
love,
Yeah.
or just eating potato chips all day because I
Hmm.
feel bad today,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Self love actually means self acceptance
Hmm.
and self compassion.
Hmm.
So self love is a term that even with my one on one clients who I work with for self esteem and confidence, I don't use this word self love. I
Hmm.
use the word self compassion.
Hmm.
That knowing that yes, I have flaws,
Hmm.
but I know I've gone through a lot and I will work through my flaws one step at a time. So you're
Hmm.
accepting yourself, first of all,
Hmm. Hmm.
that, I'm not perfect.
Hmm.
Nobody is, but
Everyone is
I'm not
imperfect.
at the point. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm not at the point where I should be.
Hmm.
That is first acceptance, and then compassion. Like
Compassion.
when if you have a younger sibling, you would know,
Hmm.
or anybody younger to you who has ever come up to you and said, oh, you know what, I failed at this thing, I couldn't
Hmm.
do it.
Yeah.
So what's your immediate response is that koi baat nahi,
कोई
right?
बात नहीं.
That's okay.
हाँ.
That's okay, you can do
Happens.
it again.
Hmm.
But the thing is, we don't say that to ourselves.
Hmm.
We
Hmm.
say, oh, I've failed again, I'm so
Hmm.
useless, I always
Hmm.
keep failing, things like that. So
Hmm.
that is where self compassion needs to come in.
Hmm.
And that is how,
Hmm.
when self compassion comes in, you will not actually spend an entire day doing nothing.
Yeah.
You will be more
Hmm.
mindful about
Hmm.
what actually makes you happy during the day.
Hmm.
So there are days when I don't work all day.
Hmm.
But the thing is, in the place of that, I read,
Hmm.
or I have conversations,
Hmm.
I definitely go to the gym,
Hmm.
I do things that I needed to do away from work to feel better about myself.
Hmm.
I'm not just going to be a potato all day,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So
Absolutely.
that's where self compassion comes in. So that's the difference.
So which means that we need to be mindful about the things that are happening around us, and we need to take
And
proper.
within us also.
Okay, absolutely. We
Yeah.
need to be, you know, awaken in the terms of our internal system, because that has a
Hmm.
lot of value. Hmm. Got it.
Yeah.
So something that I wanted to ask from you, and that is like, how has your experience while working with Big Brain Co has been like? Because, you know, every time when I open my Instagram, I see one of the reels
Hmm.
of yours while you are describing something with conviction and clarity. I find it very attractive when you talk about a particular topic, and you know, one of the most complex topics, I found that you have explained it within the time limit of 30-35 seconds, and that too in a very convincing manner. So how does that happen? How have you normalized it, and how has your experience while working with Big Brain Co actually been like?
Okay. So working with Big Brain Co has been beautiful because I moved back to Bombay last year in August,
Hmm.
and I needed to find more people who were, also creators, who
Yeah.
were also doing businesses, or who were also in the creative field in some way or the other in the city. So that has been great working with Big Brain Co. That I get to meet all these people so often, once or twice a month at least. And so many ideas come in, so many collaborations, like in terms of not just work, but otherwise also come in. And it's beautiful. So I would definitely say that if not Big Brain, whatever you can find, try to work with other people who are also creative, who are also like you, because that's how you increase your intelligence, also your everything, social media numbers also, if you want to talk about that.
Absolutely.
So that's Big Brain for sure. The other question, I'm not sure what you were asking. What was the question?
I asked that actually your way of explaining a complex topic is so much simplified that even a 5-year-old who watches your reels will get the idea of what you are actually talking about. So how does that happen, and how have you normalized it?
So hopefully I hope a 5-year-old can understand it. But how it comes from is that all the scripts, that whether it's on my own personal channel or Big Brain Co or anywhere, come from the whole point of first explaining it to people who don't come from the field. So if on my feed, if you've seen, I talk about a lot of psychological aspects, right?
Yes.
And not everybody has studied psychology or biology. Not everybody has. Somebody is from commerce, or somebody is from math, or whatever, right? So they might not understand the points that I understand. So first, I explain to somebody I know, for example, one of my teammates or my friends or somebody, or my mom even. I explain that thing to them, and then I try to understand that which points made sense to them. And because I've been like, I love teaching, like I love sharing knowledge with people, even teaching if I have to. So that has helped me learn how to create scripts or content also that makes it simple for everyone to understand. Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, I have covered everything, and every question that I had in my mind, I've got all my answers regarding that. So
That's great.
anyone who's willing to reach out to you, how and where can they actually find you?
They can find me on my Instagram, first of all, then everything else is linked there.
Yeah.
So they can find me on @the Ayushi Mathur. And yeah, that's where they can reach out to me.
I'll link Ayushi's every social media handles down there in the description. So anyone who's willing to reach out to her can directly go and check it. So Ayushi, thank you so much for your time. And this session was exactly very much insightful. I think people's life will be changed if they sit down and actually make notes of what you had to say. I hope my questions were not monotonous. I think, you had a great time.
You were incredible.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You had very thoughtful questions. Really good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.